It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see this team's sure-handed wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. This should be a good one to watch. And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we take a look at this Honolulu team as they get ready for this one. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Londoners, they get a stern road test as they come into this one after losing in London a week ago.
Yeah, the schedule makers gave them a pretty tough stretch here. Ike will know early on whether these guys are ready to...
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but, boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Hahn. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And on now is the punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Little. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. They'll run here with a rookie. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Huggins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw again. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. When you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stevenson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Hahn under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
3rd down and 13. Back to throw. Hahn. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Huggins throwing the out route incomplete. That's Little. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back to throw now on first down. That one complete to Wilkins, the running back. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a handoff up the middle. McCann. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll run it here with Wilkins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. Huggins. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Hahn. And his throw is incomplete. When you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Huggins. Left side, it's Dorsett.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
This is Wilkins. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. On the carry, it's Wilkins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. They run again with Wilkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Huggins got his tight end. That's complete. It's Little, and he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They run with Wilkins, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Wilkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Little. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He finds his man complete. It's Little. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Operating from the gun. Hahn over the middle, complete. That's Stevenson. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
2nd down and 3.
Operating from the gun, Hahn. And he's got his man in stride, complete. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Hahn toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Throwing to start the drive. Huggins.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Back to throw. Huggins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun on third down. Huggins.
The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Stevenson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Complete here to the right to Bolden. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
From the gun on 3rd down,
Huggins, he's got his target. That's complete.
and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw. Huggins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Dorsett making the catch. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Huggins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
That is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Operating from the gun. Hahn firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Hahn.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Back to throw. Hahn. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, And that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Off the play fake. Huggins. He finds his man complete. That's Wilkins. Calling a gain of a yard. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkins. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Off play action. Hahn.
That is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun on third down. Hahn. Flushed out right. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun on third down, Hahn.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And a quick throw here that's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. It's Wilkins, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Little. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. In motion goes the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Little. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Wilkins, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll run on 1st down. McCann.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. This is 2nd and 8.
They'll try the left side. It's Wilkins looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Huggins. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Hahn over the middle, complete. That's Stevenson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. Now a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Hahn. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, London.
Looking to throw. Hahn got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. That's complete to Bolden. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
An 8-yard pickup. And the London first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Throwing to start the drive. Huggins. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun. Huggins. And he rifles one incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for London, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Honolulu,
the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.